If you want to get 100% NPC quest completion and all 4 endings in a single playthrough, you are in the right place. I've spent hundreds of hours completing multiple playthroughs, so ultimately I can give you the best step-by-step progression guide. Following this guide can easily help you get 100% achievement or earn the platinum trophy, as you will avoid many missables and saves you a lot of time in the process. The progression mechanics of this guide are pretty simple. We'll be starting right at the very start of the game all the way to the end of chapter 1. Obviously, we'll be focusing on NPCs only, and I'll be giving specific instructions on how to find and progress each and one of them. On the other hand, I will also give general instructions when progressing the main storyline. This will eliminate the chances of you getting lost or committing mistakes that can ruin your progress. With that said, don't expect this guide to include any non-NPC reward weapon locations or other items in the game. Again, this is not a 100% walkthrough of everything, so if you want to get all weapons, jade pendants, and all, I suggest following a separate 100% guide while following my NPC guide. At the very start of the game, access Reverent Temple and engage in the cutscenes with the old Taoist. He will give you the Silk Manuscript at the end of your first interaction. Near your location, let's talk to our next NPC, Qiao to activate his questline. This NPC is tied to Ying and Master Nian later down the line. He will give you the Pitchwood Amulet and ask you to deliver it to the Oracle in the Shu Sanctum. Head through the lowest floor of the temple and talk to the woman named Yu Xia, and she will lead you to Shu Sanctum as well, which is part of the main story, and you will not miss this location. Have your first interaction with the merchant Qing near the exit of the Reverent Temple. He is your main guy for buying costumes in this game along with other useful items. Both Qing and the merchant Wuchang upgrade their shop every time you give them their key NPC key items, which I will also guide you in getting everything in this guide. As a separate questline, he will also ask you to get his stolen painting in the Annalum, which we will get later on. Just outside of the Reverent Temple, there are tents that you can interact with, and one of these NPCs can give you special pills for the interaction. You can't miss the Boatman in Reverent Temple's Courtyard, so talk to him and he will transfer you into a tutorial fight, which will then lead you to a boss fight. You are not required to defeat the boss by crew in this fight. However, if you manage to defeat this boss, you will be rewarded with 5 red Mercury essences for your leveling needs. Just outside the gate near the Boatman's location, there's a steep slope that you can take, and at the end of this path, there's a mysterious boy that you can talk to, exhaust his dialogue, and move on. Head down to the slope, and while progressing, you will not miss your first interaction with Youzai. Take note of this man as he has one of the longest quest line in the game along with the Boatman. Talk to him and engage his dialogue, and he will remind you of your mission to find clues about your sister by you. He will also give you a cornucopia elixir and a bamboo lantern as a reward. Not far from Youzai's initial location, you will find the Red-Clad lady sitting on a rock before you take the wooden scaffolding leading to Buddha Cliffs. Exhaust her dialogue and she will express her interest in you. She will then reward you with a full-grown Mercury as a reward for the interaction. Progress in the area by following the wooden scaffolding, and eventually you will come across the Buddha Cliffs Shrine. Activate the shrine and move on. By following the straightforward path ahead of you, soon you will encounter another tutorial battle with the Tang Palace Maid. Defeat this boss and be rewarded with Benediction Stone Boost Skyborn Ward. Just outside of the Tang Palace Maid boss arena, get Youzai's Lost Package quest item, and we will give this key item later to him. Progress in the area and you will never miss the Lightzen Temple Shrine, and be sure to activate it. Near the shrine, have your first interaction with your second merchant, Wuchang. Just like Qing, he upgrades his shop every time you give him his NPC key items later on. But for now, exhaust his dialogue. After talking to Wuchang, approach and take out the monk and gremlin-like enemy near the Lightzen Temple Shrine. Near the enemy's location, get the doll figurine of Ying. This is the quest item for an NPC later on, and whatever happens, don't consume it. Progress in the Lightzen Temple and eventually, you will reach a huge wooden door. Don't open it yet, but instead, do a 100-degree turn and get the NPC key item Golden Bow, which can be given to Wuchang later on. After getting the bow, open the huge wooden door and completing your first formal boss battle. Beat the Master Raider and get the Copper Jug, which is one of Qing's NPC items, a spell which is Echo of Dhutanga, Temperance feature unlocked, and lastly, the Lightzen key. This key will allow you to open up the gate near Lightzen Temple Shrine to progress in the game. On your way to the next area, you will never miss Nian Wuchang or Master Nian. Like Youzai, he has one of the longest quest line in the game, Make sure to exhaust his dialogue and agree to help him, as he will ask you to get a possible elixir in Shu Sanctum. He will also inform you of the location of the next NPC. Not far from Master Nian's location, open the wooden door of the nearby house and have your first interaction with the child in a jar. Give the child the dough figurine of Guiying and he will reward you with draw circle gesture. The next step is locating our next NPC, which is the storyteller. You can do so by heading out of the house where the Jarhead Kid is located and following the village path past the wooden ark. Eventually, you will find a series of stone stairs that will lead you to a cave where the storyteller is located. Interact with the storyteller and make sure to exhaust all of his dialogues. He will reward you with a bamboo shoot for this interaction. In the upper area, you can interact with the panda by exchanging your collected bamboo shoots. The bamboo shoots are scattered across the game, so be sure to keep an eye out for them. I suggest trading the panda's offered weapons, spells, and armor pieces later on, especially if you want to get everything. Progress in the game and you will find the tallest red building in the area, which is the Shu Sanctum. Head inside the building but don't talk to anyone else for now, but instead activate the Shu Sanctum Shrine. So just in case you die, you can quickly access the area. Don't mind the NPC portraits in here, this is a separate save. Our next objective is getting the Courtyard key. And to do so, head back to Shu Sanctum Courtyard and this time, cross the invincible bridge and follow the straightforward village path in here. This path will eventually lead you to a crossroad, and at the crossroad, take a left turn to access the path that will lead you to a series of houses with minor NPCs inside. You can talk to these NPCs, but at the very end of the path, interact with the house on your left, and these NPCs will give you the Courtyard key. We are going to use the Courtyard key to get the next key item, the damage letter. Head back to the crossroad we've been through and head to your left. After the stone staircase, you will see a wooden ark and the nearest building to it is the one that we are going into. Enter the building and use the Courtyard key to open the locked wooden gate. Head to the second floor and you can get the militia armor set as a bonus from a dead body. At the end of the corridor is a room where you can get the damage letter. Moving forward by getting the dough figurine of Yang Zongbao. From the wooden door that you just unlocked with the Courtyard key, use the other exit and follow the main village path where the troll-like human enemy is guarding. Past the said enemy, do a 180-degree turn and access the nearby ladder. This will lead you to the roofs with wooden scaffolding and navigate the roofs, and eventually, you will find a ladder that will let you access the lower ground once again. Near this ladder is an unlockable shortcut if you wish to unlock it. There's a farm mage in here that we need to take out, and upon doing so, you will get the dough figurine of Yang Zongbao. Get the Infernal Flame spell as a reward as well. Remember this location since we will go back here a lot later on. Head back to the Bamboo Courtyard NPC and give the damage letter and the dough figurine of Yang Zongbao to get a burn meat in exchange. And this is the resolution of this quest. Head back to the location where you previously fought the Fire Mage. Near your location is a wooden ark which will then lead you to a long wooden bridge to a straightforward path to Annalum. As you follow this straightforward path, you will not miss the Annalum Shrine, so activate it for checkpoint and achievement purposes. Proceed in the area and you will eventually find a red-eyed troll-like human which you need to take out to get the scenic painting, and we will turn in this key item to Qing later on. Head back to where the farm mage enemy is located once again, and this time, we will proceed by following a series of stone stairs that will lead you to the boss area. Don't go into the boss arena yet, and you can easily see the Shu Sanctum from your location. Head there and we need to unlock the shortcut first, just in case you die from the boss, it is easy to go back. Unlock the shortcut by kicking down the dead tree, which will serve as a bridge to Shu Sanctum. After unlocking the shortcut, head back to the boss arena and open the huge wooden gate. We need to defeat our next major boss, who is Hongliu. This boss will drop Trinity Bell, Jade Cicada, and White Jade Dumpling, which are all NPC items that we will turn in later on while getting the spell of Hongliu on top of your spoils. If you're getting value so far, subscribe to the channel. Liking the video and engaging in the comments helps me more than you can imagine. Join our Discord server and discuss role-playing games such as this, and I appreciate your support. After defeating the boss, head to Shu Sanctum as it is time to properly progress the NPC questlines in this area. First is talk to Qing and exhaust his dialogue, and afterwards, give him every NPC item you have for him, including his painting. This is the end of his bonus questline, and you will get a trophy or achievement for completing the quest. Turning in Qing's NPC key items will upgrade his shop as mentioned, and pro tip, always buy all of the jade pendants he offers. The merchant Wuchang is in the area as well. so exhaust his dialogue and give him the golden bow key item so he can upgrade his shop. While progressing in the game, make sure to buy all of the weapons he offers, also the benediction stones. And also, don't forget the spells as well if you want to get 100% completion. Next is having your first interaction with Huang, and you will receive the Zenwu hairpin as a reward. By this time, you've already beaten Hongliu, so give her the Trinity Bell. Rest in the nearby shrine and talk to her again, and you will receive the Great Gesture and Recovery Pill as a reward. Head to the second floor of the Shu Sanctum and have your first interaction with Ying. Hand over the Peachwood Amulet to progress her questline and get a Divine Gift as a reward. The boss Hongliu is already dead by now, so tell Grandma that the boss is dead and give her the White Jade Dumpling to complete this interaction and get the Faint Red Feather as a reward. The White Robe Elder is one of the most important NPC questlines in the game. Have your first interaction with him near Grandma and exhaust his dialogue. You will get a Plume Branch as a reward for the interaction. Access the top floor of the Shu Sanctum, and before the boss arena, get the key item, the Bloodstained Letter. Next is opening the wooden door and engaging and beating the boss Bhinzang. Beating this boss will reward you with Wave Vitality Ferocity, Shu Sanctum Key, NPC item Mercurial Blood, Priest Broken Cane, and the spell Echo of Bhinzang. Head back to the Shu Sanctum Shrine and progress Master Nian's questline by giving him the Mercurial Blood key item. He will tell you that he will go back to the Reverent Temple to tend to his brother after the interaction. So follow Master Nian by fast traveling back to Reverent Temple and head to Shaolin's location to find Master Nian as well. Master Nian will tell you that his brother is now getting well and exhaust his dialogue to get 3 Kong wines as a reward. Next is giving the Bloodstained Letter to Yu Xia, and this will progress her questline. You can find her in the entrance of Reverent Temple and make sure to exhaust her dialogue. Fast travel back to Shu Sanctum Shrine, and in the center of the shrine, you can use the Shu Sanctum key to make the mechanism work to reveal the hidden path leading to the next area. Once you've unlocked the hidden area, progress in Mercury Workshop and get everything you can by properly exploring this area. There are no NPC interactions in this location, so once you progress, you will find the next major boss in the game. The next step is of course beating the giant centipede, which is the boss of the Mercury Workshop. Beating this boss will reward you with Astral Blade weapon, the NPC key items Taoist token and Believer statue, and lastly, the spell Echo of the Great Centipede. Progress in the area and eventually, you will be getting the broken token key item on the ground before you open the nearby wooden door. The next step is talking to Youzai near the entrance of Doomwillow Beach. He will give you the Cornucopia Elixir as a reward for the interaction. Give him the Lost Package to progress his questline as well. You will get the key item Records of Southern Archipelago and the Pirate Armor set in return. Progress by activating the Doomwillow Beach Shrine, making sure you have nearby checkpoint just in case you die. Just note that this is a mimic shrine, so prepare of battling this guy. The next step is finding the White Robe Elder in this area. From the shrine, head to the pathway near the entrance, and when the path splits into 2, head to your left. You will eventually see the White Robe Elder, so make sure to exhaust his dialogue and get Crystallized Mercury as a reward. Progress by heading back to the Reverent Temple and exhausting Shuang Yangxi's dialogue about Doomwillow Beach. Get 5 Stream Bunny Buns as a reward for this interaction. Fast travel back to Doomwillow Beach and head back in the direction where you find the White Robe Elder. But this time, take the stone staircase that will eventually lead you to Lu Mansion. Activate the shrine for checkpoint and completion purposes. The next objective is finding the Red-Clad lady, and you will not miss her location by just progressing in the area. Make sure to exhaust her dialogue and get the Divine Might spell next to her and move on. Progress in the area and eventually, you will be engaging the boss of the Doomwillow Beach, which is the Reborn Trent. Beat this guy and get the key item, the All 3 Jade Cylinder, and the spell of Echo of Soulwood as a reward. After defeating the boss, make sure to activate the Corpse Pit Shrine before progressing in the area. The next path is pretty straightforward, so progress in Palace Pass until you find the Incense Burner key item placed on a turtle statue. In the same area in the Bamboo Forest near where you obtain the Incense Burner, talk to Shuang Yangxi and exhaust his dialogue. Get 3 fixed origin pills as a reward for this interaction. After talking to Shuang Yangxi, the entrance of the Tang Palace is accessible and progress in the area until you reach the next objective. After progressing in Tang's Palace, you will find your first riddle door in the game. These red riddle doors are tied to the Boatman NPC and depending on whether you answered all of the riddle doors correctly or not, you will have different outcomes with the Boatman NPC. There are 3 riddle doors in the game, and answering all of them correctly will give you the Sage achievement or trophy. So for the sake of the guide's cohesiveness, I decided to just let you follow all of the correct answers to these riddle doors for now, since it will give you a trophy for an achievement if you are aiming for 100% completion. There are a moment in chapter 5 where we will explore both right and wrong answer paths, but that will require save backups. Make sure to choose the correct answer, the Wing Ascension, and get the Benediction Stone, Sheng Lasting Alacrity. Progress in the Tang Palace and you will eventually find the Palace Hill Shrine. Activate it and head to the next step. After activating the Palace Hill Shrine, talk to the Plain Warrioress located near the shrine. Make sure to exhaust her dialogue. The next step is progressing in Palace Hill, and eventually you will find the Buddha statue that you can place in the mechanism near where the Plain Warrioress is located. This mechanism will drain the water in the palace courtyard, revealing the treasure that you are seeking. Head to the courtyard and you will be engaging the final boss of chapter 1, which is Honglan. Beat her and you will be teleported back to Reverent Temple, and you will also get Wei Combo Force and the Reverent Temple key as a reward. This key will unlock the next area leading to chapter 2. Talk to Huang after defeating Honglan and exhaust his dialogue. This will give you a growing red Mercury as a reward. Do the same thing to Yu Xia and make sure to exhaust her dialogue as well after defeating Honglan. Youzai is also back in Reverent Temple, so make sure to exhaust his dialogue as well, and he will lead you to Cloudspire, which is the chapter 2 area. Get the Everblend Brew and Cure Jerky as a reward for the interaction. For 100% completion sake, fast travel back to Tang Palace Courtyard where you fought Honglan. You will find the Lotus Pond Shrine and make sure to activate it and move on. Another detour is teleporting back to Shu Sanctum and giving Wuchang and Qing every merchant key item so far, so they can update their shop. While you're here, buy the important ones like pendants, weapons, and spells if you can. The next step is heading back to Reverend Temple and talking to the sickly man in one of the tents located in the area. He will give you a faint red feather for the interaction. In Reverend Temple Shrine's courtyard, it's hard to miss the locked wooden door that Master Nian is looking at. Open this door with the Reverend Temple key, but don't progress after unlocking it. The next step is talking to Master Nian after unlocking the gate to progress his questline. Make sure to exhaust his dialogue and you will get 5 spicy soup as well for the interaction. That is a lot of NPCs to cover, and as previously mentioned, this guide lacks the location of some of the weapons in the game since this guide is focused more on NPCs and getting all of the shrines and possible endings in one playthrough. If you want to get all weapons and jade pendants as well, make sure to follow a separate guide while following this one. So if you are ready to continue your journey in chapter 2 and get everything, here's the next guide for you to follow. Click on this video and I will catch you on the next one.